Let's dive into the 5 love languages: words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Each represents a pathway to strengthening bonds with those around us. For the logically minded INTP, breaking down love into these components can demystify feelings and enhance relationships. INTPs, known for their love of autonomy, abstract thinking, and a preference for logic over emotional expression, often approach relationships with a distinct set of expectations and behaviors. They tend to value intellectual engagement and might struggle with overt emotional expressions. These characteristics shape how they interact with others, often favoring rationality and straightforwardness over emotional intricacies. For INTPs, quality time through deep conversations are a powerful way to express love, fulfilling their need for intellectual connection. Acts of service also resonate, as practical help shows an understanding of others' needs. While some may appreciate words of affirmation or physical touch, receiving gifts tends to be less meaningful. Let's explore in depth how each love language can strengthen relationships with INTPs. Words of affirmation involve expressing affection through spoken appreciation, praise, or thoughtful commentary. While not typically the primary love language for many INTPs, who often prioritize logical over emotional expression, it can hold a significant place. INTPs might find words of affirmation slightly outside their comfort zone, as they can be skeptical of the emotional intent behind them. However, they deeply appreciate affirmations that recognize their intellectual contributions or creative problem-solving abilities. A compliment that acknowledges their unique perspective or innovative solutions may resonate more than generic praise. When giving words of affirmation, INTPs tend to take a more informative approach. Instead of traditional compliments, they're more likely to share knowledge, useful insights, or helpful resources. For example, they might send an article or offer guidance on solving a problem, as they prefer to show support in practical ways. For INTPs who might struggle with giving more traditional words of affirmation, consider starting with factual appreciation related to tasks or projects. Mention specific aspects you admire about someone's work or thought processes. This approach will feel more natural and still effectively convey your appreciation. Moving on to receiving gifts, which is typically less valued by INTPs who often embrace minimalism and practicality. They prefer gifts that serve a functional purpose or align with their specific interests, rather than purely decorative or conventional items. INTPs usually appreciate gifts that stimulate their minds or contribute to their array of interests. They are likely to enjoy receiving a well-chosen book on a subject they're passionate about, or the latest tech gadget that enhances their efficiency. Conversely, random or non-personal gifts can sometimes feel burdensome or confusing as they clutter their space and mind. Despite their reservations about receiving gifts, INTPs can be surprisingly adept at giving them. They put considerable thought into finding something unique and meaningful that can either solve a problem or enrich a person's experience. For example, an INTP might give a high-quality tool set to someone who enjoys DIY projects, or a rare book to a fellow literature enthusiast, focusing on the practicality and intellectual appeal of the gift. For INTPs who find gift-giving challenging, focus on the interests and practical needs of the person you're buying for. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. Even small, thoughtful items can significantly impact when they clearly show that you understand the recipient's tastes and interests. Acts of service are all about showing love through helpful actions, tend to resonate strongly with INTPs. This language aligns with their solution-oriented mindset, making it a potent form for expressing and receiving love. INTPs typically appreciate acts of service that simplify their lives or add tangible value. For example, taking care of a recurring task that they find tedious. These actions show appreciation of their time and mental space, freeing them up to focus more on their passions and intellectual pursuits. In providing acts of service, INTPs may approach this by looking to fulfill a specific duty or obligation they believe is expected of them, often going out of their way to perform tasks that make life easier for the recipient. They may also offer their tech-savvy skills as a service, such as troubleshooting a computer issue or setting up a home network, showcasing their analytical strengths. For INTPs less accustomed to showing affection through acts of service, pay attention to the chores or responsibilities a loved one consistently complain about and take the initiative to handle these tasks for them. This not only shows your care, but also helps you grow more comfortable with this expression of love. Moving to physical touch, this love language involves expressing and receiving love through bodily contact, such as holding hands, hugging, or a reassuring pat on the back. For INTPs, while physical touch may not be their primary love language, it is still a channel through which they can connect with others on an intimate level. Although INTPs might not initiate physical contact frequently, they generally do not mind receiving it. A spontaneous hug, a gentle touch on the arm during a conversation, or a comforting hand on the shoulder can be appreciated, particularly when it feels natural and not overly forced or public. In terms of giving physical touch, INTPs might do so more tentatively. They often express affection through touch that feels practical or situational, like a reassuring squeeze of the hand during a stressful moment, or an arm around the shoulder when consoling someone. These gestures, though subtle, are meaningful indicators of their support and care. For INTPs who find it challenging to express themselves through physical touch, start with actions that require minimal contact but are still affectionate, such as a high five to celebrate a success or sitting close to someone when sharing a personal story. Gradually, as your comfort level increases, more frequent and intimate gestures will feel more natural and less daunting, enhancing the depth and warmth of your relationships. Quality time resonates deeply with INTPs, involving undivided attention and meaningful interaction without the distractions of everyday life. It's very likely to be their preferred love language, as it aligns with their preference for deep, thoughtful engagement. INTPs value quality time immensely, often being selective about who they spend their time with. If an INTP chooses to spend time with you, it's a strong indicator that they value your company highly. They prefer interactions that are intellectually stimulating or creatively fulfilling rather than routine social gatherings. When giving quality time, INTPs tend to share experiences that involve their interests or hobbies, which can range from intense gaming sessions to quiet evenings spent exploring new ideas or technology. They might also invite you into more personal aspects of their lives, such as participating in a project they're passionate about or discussing complex concepts. If you're an INTP struggling to offer quality time, try scheduling regular activities that allow for shared experiences, which don't need to be elaborate. Even a simple walk or a quiet coffee can be significant. Ensure these moments are free from external interruptions, as this demonstrates that you're fully present and genuinely interested in the interaction. For ideas on how to spend quality time effectively, consider watching our video on hobbies for INTPs, which offers a range of activities suited to unique INTP interests. As we explore the nuances of love languages, it's crucial to recognize the role of upbringing and cultural background in shaping how individuals express and receive love. These factors can significantly influence one's love language preferences, reminding us that these frameworks are guides, not rigid rules. Understanding love languages is a starting point, not an end. It's vital to continuously listen to, adapt, and adjust how you relate to others. Each relationship is unique, and staying attuned to the needs of your loved ones is key. For those looking to deepen their understanding, consider watching our videos on love languages for other personality types. This can be particularly helpful in relationships where your friend, relative, or partner have differing primary languages. To recap, for INTPs, quality time is very likely their top love language, followed by acts of service. Words of affirmation and physical touch are possible but less predominant, and receiving gifts generally holds the least value. These preferences highlight the ways INTPs engage in relationships and can hopefully support you in nurturing yours. Equipped with fresh knowledge about love languages, what is one step you're prepared to take to enrich a relationship that is important to you? For more insights into the INTP life, explore the resources linked in the video description. Feel free to check out our other INTP videos on the Personality Playbook channel. Thank you for watching, and we hope this video helps you reach your full potential.